this is an online or your show on, so you record it to put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's the show.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, welcome back to the Roman Toronto Tourist Experience Radio Show. This is a historic moment here on our show. This is our 100th guest on my show.
100?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So you're on number 100.
Oh, that's amazing.
So you are number 100 of love the energy. This is Miss LaShawna Polite. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I post. You didn't see the post? 9,900. You 100 guests on my show.
Oh wow, it's amazing.
So this show been done 3+ years ago. So now you're 100 guests on my show. So
Congratulations.
I'm truly honored and humbled by having.
Honored.
Yes, and then yesterday you celebrated a birthday. Yes. So,
21 forever.
okay. Don't know. Don't know. 21 plus something. I don't know. So this is Miss LaShawna Polite. She has a website called lapolite.com.
Yes, that is correct.
So we'll get into that more later. She's I'll let her talk. So basically, how was your week? How was your birthday?
My birthday was amazing, and so I've been in Philly for 8 years.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And Philly can be a tough crowd. So I've met a lot of people, but just to know who your heart people is, who your light is, those people that you need to keep close. It took some time to identify those people. And so, believe it or not, yesterday was the first time I had an actual birthday party with friends.
Wow.
With some friends, not all because of COVID.
Because last year was a COVID year we had.
Yeah, I was by myself. But usually I'm like with one friend, but yesterday I was intentional by getting some people together around the table. And so yesterday was so amazing. I had a photo shoot. That was great. Shout out to GoGo. She hooked my makeup up. That's funny. That sounds funny. And shout out to Justin Fertag. He did the photography. And then after that, I met up with some friends. So it was a beautiful day yesterday.
Wow, wonderful. So, and also, like I said, I was on today's month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and you advocate for that as well.
That is correct.
Right, and then also one of your kids you work with, I don't know, you know his name. Last name is Jackson. I know it's D something. But she announced she's going to Spelman.
Yes.
Yeah. So she announced it this morning.
Destiny.
Yes, I can't tell her name. What? Yes.
Yes.
She going to Spelman, and
I'm proud of her.
I first met her. She told me that I'm going to Spelman. I'm like, okay.
She works very hard in the community.
Yeah, she does.
I wish I know her Instagram. I'll give her a plug right now. But Destiny Jackson, look her up on Instagram.
Yeah, and then my other mentee, Aisha, is going to Jefferson University too. So because I'm her the past couple years, so she's going there. That's also I think college announcement day. So So
it's a good thing.
So Miss Polite, talk about who are you?
Who am I?
Yes.
La Polite.
Yeah, La Polite. I'm sorry, I gotta say La Polite now.
So my legal name is LaShawna, right?
Okay.
So 2 years ago I changed it to La.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh,
I have two first names, so it's La and then Shauna.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. So my father named me. So I decided to just be addressed by La.
Oh,
my grandmother calls me La. And my
wow.
dad calls me La. So I said I'm just gonna stick with La. So that's why it's La Polite now.
Oh, I thought that was just a Facebook fan, but that's your official name, La Polite.
Wow. It's on my ID. I have two first names.
Wow.
So
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So who am I?
Yes.
First of all, I'm an educator. So I've been teaching for a lot of years. Let's just say I'm 10 plus veteran teacher, believe it or not. But yeah, I've been in education for a very long time. In high school, I was a student leader. So I was one of those leaders that went to the school board meetings every now and then, went to the school district to be involved with educational policies. So I've been doing the education thing for a long time. Yes. And then my next career that I just picked up recently, 4 years vested. So I am a child advocate, youth advocate, and I work with kids that are homeless and that have been displaced for whatever reason. And so I love that career. I absolutely love it. And so that newfound passion has turned into something else, and I'm excited that I'll be starting my own program working with homeless youth. The end of the summer 2021, so more information will be coming out.
Wow.
And I would love for you to have me back on the show after I've
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So
Is that how we first met? We met.
It's correct.
Yes.
Our circle.
Right.
Circle time.
Right. Yeah. Cause I came to a workshop. Was it 5 years ago? I came to a workshop. I think.
Yes.
So I think 2 more people came with me. I met you. Yeah.
And then you explained to Path for Greatness.
Yes.
And I love Path for Greatness.
Yes.
Shout out to Path for Greatness.
Thank you.
I love working with you because our schedule, like my schedule, is busy.
Crazy. Yeah.
It's so busy. But the times that I did work with you, it was an amazing time.
Wow.
I really appreciate those opportunities.
Yeah, we got more to come. It's going to come back big, stronger than ever. Once the schools are fully back open, regardless of stuff.
They're going to need Path to Greatness.
Yes.
Definitely.
So, you was not born in Philly. You was born in Florida.
Florida.
Yeah. So, what was your journey like living in Florida besides the nice weather?
Florida. Oh, I had a lot of responsibilities. So I'm the oldest child in a large family, the oldest granddaughter, the oldest niece, and so I had a lot of responsibility. My family, they are like involved in church, so I was raised in the church. My mom is a pastor.
Wonderful.
My uncle's a pastor. My grandmother's a missionary. So I mean, it's church all the time. So I was one of those preacher's kids that went to revival Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, break on Saturday, and then go back on Sunday. I did that a lot.
Wow.
And my dad is a basketball coach, so I also played basketball sometime in my life. And so, my household was fun growing up. I had both parents growing up. They're still together. And so life was good in Florida, definitely.
Wonderful.
I miss out my family and friends in Florida.
So where'd you go up in Florida? Where's in Florida you grew up at?
Central Florida, so Bartow, Florida.
Is that near Miami or
So we're right in between. So where I grew up is considered the heart of Florida. So right in between Tampa and Orlando.
Oh, right in the wow.
We're right in the middle, exactly. Yep.
And wow.
Yep.
Cause one of my mentees is in school right now. She go UCF.
Okay, yes.
So she about to graduate from there in I think August.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Polk County, Florida is a very beautiful place. People, they move there to raise kids, so that just lets you know the type of area it is. I found myself moving to Philly because I needed a change.
Because I was going to ask you, why did you move to Florida? Why did you move?
Why did I move? Yeah, I needed a change. I felt like Florida, I was, as an individual, was not able to grow into who I feel like I am for different reasons. And so me moving away, I had the opportunity. I had my best friend, she lived in Philly at the time, and she was like, you should move to Philly. And I'm like, I think I should. And so I was in consecration. I did a lot of fasting. Just was in a very dark space where like God spoke to me and he gave me the plan on like moving to Florida. And so the biggest thing is I couldn't tell anybody closest to me. I had to keep it a secret because I know my family and friends would have been like, you're not going anywhere. Stay here with us. So I kept it secret and I started looking for a job and God just opened up doors. And 2 weeks before I moved to Philly, I got all of my family on conference call and I told them, well, first I told my grandmother, God bless her, she turned into an angel this past January.
Wow.
So I told my grandmother, I was sitting at the kitchen table and I was like, Grandmother, I'm moving. And she's like, where are you moving? And my brother goes to the refrigerator and gets Philadelphia cream cheese. And so he gives her the cream cheese.
Oh, I kind of like that.
I said, that's where I'm moving. And she said, Philadelphia? I was like, yes. And she gave me her blessing right then. She didn't ask any questions. And that's all I needed to make that move is my grandmother. My grandmother, she blessed me. And then after that, 2 weeks before I moved away, I told all of my family. And they just could not believe it. And so 8 years later, I'm still here and I'm very successful. Just purchased a home.
Congratulations.
Very beautiful home.
Congratulations.
Yes. And I have a partner now.
Wonderful.
That we're working towards marriage. So our courtship is very strong. I'm very happy about that. And, I'm starting a program. I know what my why is.
Right.
When I first moved to Philly, I met so many people, very powerful. They had their own businesses. And I'm like, God, when is it going to be my turn?
Right.
When will I get that feeling of anxiousness, of having to do something in order to better the community? Like, because I see my friends, they would not sleep and they would slave over their business.
And they get burnt out.
Yeah, but just to have that passion, I'm like, what makes me have that passion? Of course, education, but what is my why for being here? And I'm so excited that I know my why. I'm gonna save kids off these streets. Not only educate them, but I'm gonna save them off the streets. That's my why for being in Philly. And so I'm glad of the calling that is over my life. I'm protected. I have people that love me. I have experienced some, tragedy while being in the city. I've lost friends to gun violence. I've seen some things that I've never seen before, coming from the country, but God has kept me.
Amen.
He's kept me, and I've been very wise in all of my movements, and I'm here today. And I'm excited to where God's going to take me, especially in the next 10 years. It's going to blow my mind. I'm going to be like, how did I get here? It happened. Manifestation.
Right. You gotta speak it. Me speak it and it come to pass, and yes. And plus, life is in power of the tongue. It used to be life of blessings, and I really be intentional about saying that to people until my youth, even at 5 years old, saying that because you gotta speak life of yourself.
You have to.
Yeah, people not gonna tell you. Most people will say negative things to most people. Yes. There will be some that will encourage you, uplift you, but you gotta say it for yourself, because in the day it's about speaking life of yourself.
That's
Because it's real. You're like, I ain't doing this, man. But when you go through, as you get older, that is real. You gotta get it sets the whole tone for your day and how you prosper.
Yes. And I moved here by myself, literally. So I only knew one person in the city, so I had a lot of moments where I was by myself. And I had to, literally know that all the problems that I had in Florida, guess what? I still got to deal with them in another zip code.
True.
And I can't run away from my problems. I can't run away from, my trauma that I experienced when I was a kid. It's gonna stay with me. Right.
So you know how to address it and take the steps to getting better in that area.
So the blessing is me moving to Philly. There's no distractions. The only distractions that I would have as far as growing to be a better person would be myself.
That's yourself.
Because I was here by myself. So I took a lot of time by myself. Believe it or not, sleeping, that's a part of healing. People do not know that. I slept a lot. And I was like, why am I sleeping so much? He's like, you need it. It's restoration time.
It's true.
So I slept so much. I got a lot of rest. And then in that, God blessed me as far as the gift of dreaming. I dream. And just, it's just a gift of dreaming. So God shows me different things in my dreams as far as how I should make my decisions in my awake life, or if I need to tell someone something. That started happening. And it's just, I had to face a lot of pain that I've occurred. I had to deal with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Past relationships. You've talked about it. Past relationships that didn't work out.
Right.
That takes away from you. That's considered
not draining. Yeah.
Yes, it could be traumatic, especially when you love someone, you invest time in them, and it doesn't work out. Like I had to realize that I occurred trauma behind that, and I had to literally face that. Like, it wasn't all his fault. Some things may have been my fault. True. And I had to be real about myself.
Yeah.
And so, by doing that, that's when I started getting healed. And I invested into a church community. Shout out to Catalyst for Change. I invested time in them. And that was an amazing experience, me being a faithful member there. And, God just started opening doors just like this. And I'm wearing from high school. Top of the class in high school, student government president, and I went off to college and I had too much fun and did not go to class and ended up flunking. Yes, got kicked out in real life. So, from that experience, I know, right? You're laughing.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked at the same time.
Listen, I understand. I'm still in shock. But so I didn't give up. So I had to move back to my hometown. I got a job at Walmart as a cashier. Had to deal with that. And while I was working at Walmart, I used those checks to go back to school to get my associates. So
Okay.
I got my associate's degree through working at this telemarketing place and Walmart checks. Got my associates. Then I got my bachelor's from USF. And when I got my bachelor's, I moved back to my hometown. And so I had to find a job. You know, I needed a job. So I started subbing, substitute teaching.
Okay.
Right after I graduated from USF Tampa. And the kids loved me.
Right.
They put me in the worst class that didn't have a regular teacher. You know, the teacher that always would go to this classroom, but they would quit because they couldn't deal with that class. So I subbed that class. I was a substitute teacher for that class. It was a long-term position. And I had 0 issues. And so that's when I knew that I needed to be in the classroom. So it chose me. I did not choose.
Why? Because you know, your perspective, you know.
Yeah. Like I didn't say, oh, I want to be a teacher when I grow up. That was not the case. It chose me. And so I've been in it because the work needed me. And I had a place for the work. So I've seen some amazing things. I've had kids come to me making straight F's. And that exact next year made straight A's. When you're talking about transformation, working with parents, working with the community to transform kids' lives, that was me as an educator in the state of Florida.
Wow.
The only difference is me coming up here and, you know, me doing the same
thing. Yep.
Doing the same thing, but it's a bigger city. And the need is greater.
The need is greater, absolutely, yeah, especially. So now you're an educator. You're very great at what you do.
Yes.
And now you are a child advocate. Starting at Yes. So how did you find about Yes, and how did you become involved with them?
So when I first moved to Philly, I dealt with a lot of homesickness.
Okay.
Right. And so I was reading the newspaper. I think it was on Philly Trib. They were saying that if you're single during the holidays, you should go out and volunteer. That'll make you happy. It'll bring a sense of fulfillment, you know, during, you know, times of, you know, during the holidays, if you're not around your family or you're sad or something like that, do something for the community.
Right.
So this article listed different places where you could, you know, volunteer, and I found Yes, Youth Emergency Services was listed, and Chosen 300 was listed. So I signed up to volunteer at both places during the holidays, and that's how I was first introduced to Yes. I was a volunteer for Thanksgiving, and I cooked them their day after Thanksgiving meal. And I sat there on a group of teens, and I fed them, and it was an awesome experience. Then I started working with another company, and I was their community service enrichment organizer. And so I hooked this organization to have some members go volunteer at Yes. So it was at that time someone came to me and was like, you should apply for a job here. And I was like, you think I'll do good? And they were like, yeah, you'll fit perfectly. And that was 4 years ago. And I've been at Yes ever since, and I absolutely love it.
Wonderful.
They love me.
Yes. See,
some of them.
So I see that passion. So how do you balance being an educator during the day and working with Yes? So I know kind of the same realm, but I know how do you balance that? You get grades, and especially now with COVID and homeschooling.
I'm a tutor at Yes now.
So how do you balance that? How you have time for you, like, to take care of yourself?
Very strategic. Very strategic. I want to give a shout out to you because you are an advocate for self-love, and that's something that my partner, he talks about self-love and self-care a lot.
Yeah.
But shout out to you. I remember one time I used to do self-care Saturdays only or self-care Sundays or something.
Yeah.
And I posted like how crazy my day was, and he was like self-care, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I could do self-care today, even though it's not a Saturday or Sunday.
Because it's every day. Because
every day.
Because it's sad, you may not get to that point. Some might come up. Oh, you gotta take care of this. So that's why it don't have to be a full day. It could be like taking a nap, like sleeping. It could be taking a shower,
music,
meditation, or walking.
I love to dance.
Yeah.
I love to dance. I'm gonna be popular on TikTok very soon.
But
I love to dance.
Uh-oh.
I love to sing. I love to hike. I do my faith walks. So that's one of my favorite pastimes. I love hiking. Like that's my thing. And hiking gives me so much energy. It keeps me very calm. And yeah, that's my self-care. That is definitely my self-care.
Okay. So,
I love me. And I've learned to say no as well.
Yep, know how to say no. Know how to say no. So sometimes you gotta say no because you don't. Your body will tell you to shut down. Oh, shut down.
Yeah.
Like I remember a couple of times, like my body shut down. Like you don't feel it. Somebody like you fine, like your body tell you to shut down. You need to sit down and rest.
So like last weekend, I worked 32 hours at the shelter. And I just kept going, and my body said, stop, and I stopped.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you can go deep in this, but I know you having conversations with the kids there, in schools about the gun violence and social injustice. Mm-hmm. What their viewpoints on that? Are they engaged? Are they out there in the streets protesting? Are they like, so how they feel? I know it's like, they are now the voice of what's going on, despite the situation.
They know more than what we know.
Yeah, so.
And so what I feel is they need to be given more opportunity to talk.
Yes,
they need to talk it out. So as far as the reason why we're having so much gun violence right now in Philly, these kids know the answer. They will tell you. But if they're not given the opportunity to speak or feel like their words are respected, they're not going to say anything and they're not going to talk. So I had the opportunity last summer. It was so it was a crazy event. Like it was some kids out there in North Philly. It's about 300, 400 kids, and then someone just shoot it up. So
wait a minute, I probably know what talk. Was that? It was like a barbecue or something.
It was a lot of kids out there.
It was like a nudes like that. Someone came and shot it up. It was like during COVID. They might went.
And so we had a good amount of kids, that attended that
event.
Yeah, that event, and so they were startled. A lot of them. They didn't, the adrenaline rush when you hit a gunfire and then you start running, it can be a lot. And then the next day, you gotta handle it appropriately. We gotta talk about it so you can learn how to process. A lot of them are desensitized when someone gets shot. And so that's what we talked about. So last summer, we had a little incident or whatever where the kids, they went to a party and all this happened. So I had to ask, who were you in this situation? Who did you go with? Like, if you're in a situation where you feel like something is about to happen, when you get that feeling that something is off,
not right. Yeah.
Do you stay or do you leave? The person that you came with, do you grab them and say, I think it's time for us to go? Or do y'all separate? Like, who are you in this situation? When the guns go off, do you run towards the gunfire or do you run away from the gunfire? So it's all about thinking before you react. And so to have those type of conversations that have kids thinking like, okay, maybe when I hear gunshots, maybe I do need to run. Or if I get this feeling of, okay, this event may not be safe, or I probably need to listen to what my mom told me. Like, it's a voice that you hear. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You need to make sure that you're obedient to it because it's going to always try to keep you safe. Mm-hmm. So just having that conversation, it keeps them conscious of what's happening, and these kids, they want solutions. They don't want to be around guns. They don't want to have to be afraid of their life and they can't go outside and go to the corner store. They want solutions.
Yep.
And last summer, we talked about solutions, and I'm like, this is what the city needs. Put 20 kids from different parts of Philly in one room, and the city officials hear what's happening.
And they haven't done that.
City.
They haven't done that.
Listen,
because last summer I worked with Sunrise in South Philly, and we was virtual, and and all the government was going on, and I remember the first session we talked about social injustice.
Yes.
And I'm not a social justice person at this time. So like then the Breonna Taylor George woke me up. It woke me. I saw Trayvon Martin, but I wasn't really into it. Like okay,
yeah.
But when I saw George Floyd get murdered on Now TV, that it woke me up. I was like, I gotta say something. I was mad. It checked my mental health.
Yes.
And I remember the first session we talking about that. All my kids were talking about it. They were being passionate. They were like, yo, I'm tired of this stuff. I'm like, I was like, wow, I didn't talk about this. And I wanted to do a march about led by kids.
Yeah.
But we didn't have it happen this year. But because
I experienced that. They did have a march.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. So and then it's like, as the summer went on, the gun violence got worse.
Yeah.
Especially in Philly. It was
now
we
have 15-year-olds dying. What is so special about the number 15? 14 and 15. To where they're dying from gun violence.
So that's what I miss about being having those conversations with them, about having that dialogue, about getting them, like, look, how y'all feel? Let me get out of the way, tell them how you felt. If we had the forum, what's what we want to do? Because I feel our youth are the voice now. They're tired of being silent. They know what's going on. They know why people are getting guns, because not enough positive resources out here, but they're not coming to them. We find them where they are, you know?
Exactly.
So
for me, I feel like one of the reasons why kids cling to me is because I'm ageless. Like I have a lot of wisdom.
Right.
And I can direct them out of the storm. However, I meet them where they are. So I wear my hip hop clothes. I do not dress my age. I do not wear church hats. This is how I dress.
All right.
And I stay fly, and the kids, they see me, just who I am, and they're able to come up to me and, oh, yo, Miss Polite, cool, and we get to have conversations, and we get to break barriers that, they may not be able to do with someone else. So I spoke on 2 weeks ago. I did a live.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, I must have been. I did say that. I was like, wait,
I was so hurt because I think that weekend we had 2 or 3 teens that died, and I'm just.
Why? That night before? Something happened the night before,
It's like, and then someone died playing basketball. Basketball. And I'm just like, yo, we have to do something. So my biggest thing is to adults, like, you have to connect with these children. That kids love candy. They love snacks. That's all it takes is you going to the poppy store, buying their favorite snack, and asking them, how was your day today?
And they will talk to you.
That's it. That's all you got to ask. How was your day today? And then also bringing dinner back to the table. We're so easy to get a quick meal and then eat by yourself. No, we're going to be conjugated around the dinner table, and we're going to talk as a family, as one. We have to be in tune to how these kids are thinking. The music. I listen to the kids' music. Yes, I do. You want to know why? So I know how they're thinking.
How they're thinking.
And the vocabulary words that's in their brain that can manifest in real life. I have to. So my partner and I, we listen to the little kids' music just so we know where they are in order to help them. And that's why I know my program is going to be very successful. I'm so excited about starting it up.
So I'm looking forward to that part, because I would love to come do workshops. Because I feel that there's a need out there, a hunger out there for our kids to be heard, and we can make that our stable home, like for weekends or something like that. Saturday mornings, we come there, do the workshops
on the weekend.
Just come because we want to help. Because we can build on what the kids need. You know what I mean? Give resources.
Quick transformation. Quick transformation. The time is now.
Right.
It's not like, okay, let's do this little project and then let's think about doing the next one. No, we need consistency. That's where the quick transformation is going to happen.
Right. And plus, and just had a commitment knowing that we're going to be here every Saturday or every Monday, whatever it is. And the kids will start trusting, oh, they came. Okay, cool. Like, have seen the same faces, know that they care. And then, like, also being vulnerable to them. Say, look, I'm not no better than you. You know what I mean? So just trying to be available for these kids and just trying to.
And they're ready.
Yeah.
I took a group out hiking last weekend.
Oh yeah.
And they were so excited. They
want to get out.
They want to get out and being so I love Wissahickon. Like Wissahickon Forest, I'm a friend of the forest. Like I hike. That's just my my sanctuary. And I took them there. We did academic lessons. They did fitness lessons, they did fitness challenges, and they did it without complaining. And we had healthy snacks available for the kids. And they were like, when are we gonna do another hike? I'm like, you want to do another hike? They was like, yes, we want to come back out. They need it. So I'm really excited on what is in store. So I'm gonna I just did a photo shoot yesterday, so I'm just excited about getting marketing out, my branding, just to take things to the next level. Yeah,
so you, like I said, at LivePolite.com, what's on there and what's on there?
So it shares who am I?
Yeah.
Because I do a lot.
You do.
I'm not an ordinary person. So daytime, I'm an educator.
Okay,
Special educator. I work with students with special needs. I make sure that they understand that they are not dumb, they are not slow, but they learn differently.
Right.
And I'm going to meet you where you are. So I'm that special educator. And then also, I'm a child advocate, work with kids that are homeless or have been temporarily displaced for whatever reason. And then I also am an educational consultant.
Okay.
So that's one of my gifts. So if someone says, I want to start a school today, can you help me start this school?
Okay.
So I'm the person that they will hire in order to build the vision and the mission of the school, to build the culture of the school, curriculum, to hire the right people. When it comes to designing the school, I'm that person. And so I had the opportunity of watching one of my daycares that I started. I mean, it was empty. Now it's a full-fledged daycare from newborn all the way to school age, after school, before and after school. So
wonderful.
I do that as well. So I believe I have that on the website. And then also I'm involved in the arts. I sing. I do a little bit of dancing. I'm not, I know how to do the 1-2 step. And also I model.
Yeah, so you model too.
I love modeling. That's one of my things. Like you say self-care, self-love. So if I'm dealing with something stressful, I will, it's very easy for me to like put together a photo shoot and just shoot. That's one of my things.
And then maybe the idea doing kids have kids do a photo shoot.
Yes. So I want to give a shout out to John Gray's production because I model for him often. It's been a while, but I love you, John. Yes, I love modeling for him. And then also I get any kids that have interest with modeling, I try to hook them up with here's the cool stuff so they can, go to the store and try on some clothes and get some shots in. Yeah. So yeah, I do that. I do a lot. So my website is just to explain, who am I and what I do because, I have a lot of gifts.
You do. You're not afraid to share them.
Oh yeah, no.
Because we're supposed to share our gifts.
Oh, you have to. And it's I would be selfish not to share what God has blessed me with, and so it's a blessing to be a blessing. And that's what my life is all about. Positive energy. And
you got to. That's that positive. You just said it. Positive energy. It does matter.
That is me.
That's you. That's exactly right. Exactly you. So. Wow, we gotta do a part 2. I know time. I know you said 1:45. I was like, I mean, some time.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so excited that I get to work with you.
Yes.
And so, we're partners.
And Okay, so Alyssa has a question. What was the website again? Well, I guess it.
www.lapolite.com. Yes.
And that's her real name now, her official name.
That's my name. It's been my name. It's La Polite.
Right.
Yes.
I always call it LaShawn Polite. So,
I know.
so I was like, now it's La Polite. Okay, now it's La Polite. So
yeah, because I love having. So my grandmother recently passed. So I'm glad that I changed my name because now people can address me how she addresses me.
right. Wow. So this is it's a great way to start our next level of Woman 12-2 experience show. You'll be 100 guests on my show.
100 guests.
Yes, in 300 years. Thank you. So hope that people understand that it takes a lot of work.
It does.
Putting the show together, getting guests to come, the directions, to get them to ask them questions that get them to think. You know what I mean? Like, just ask them about themselves, their journey. You know, so I'm truly honored to have you as my guest. Yeah, I know I could have been guest a long time ago, but
you've been asking.
Yeah,
I know.
But some things God works out.
Listen, and I'm here because I travel a lot too.
You do.
So
You do.
Weekend I'm here, and I said, you know what, I can do it.
Then next week you're probably in Florida. So, so I know you do a lot of work. But again, thank you so much being my 100 guests on this show. You will be. We will come back in the summer and find out that launch date of the center house. I don't know, center house.
It's a program.
Oh, program. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Melissa, for what you said. Yes. So we're excited. You know, just to see what God has next. You know. You know, but I'm thankful for you and thank you for our friendship and just the growth and seeing you and just and just seeing the manifestation of what you're doing.
It's amazing.
Yeah, no.
Oh, congratulations to Black Love, you being newly married.
Yes,
hello.
And yes,
you too.
You too.
I'm on my way.
So so now I'm gonna be proponent of Black Love now, the Black marriage movement now.
Yes,
so like ever since I proposed to her, a lot of people we know got engaged or got married because
your testimony was huge.
Yeah, so now we're trying to put something together, in December. But we'll let y'all know what that looks like because I'm a proponent of that, and I've always been admirers of very admired Papoose relationship. Papoose love hip hop. He always wear Black Love hat. I was like, okay, but now I'm seeing it for other side now. I can't understand. I want to promote this because I want our kids to see Black Love and done correctly. You know what I mean? In the right way. Because a lot of people don't see that.
So that's why I say I'm in a courtship.
Yeah.
So it's different from dating. This is
right. Me and her was in a courtship.
Like, this is with intention.
Right. We had
longevity.
Right.
Everness.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm excited. Courtship has to be fulfilling and it has to be
intentional. Yeah,
and that's something that you shared. Like, so we have so many people that are wasting their time with the wrong person for the wrong reasons, and I don't have time. I've done that, been there, done that, and I have a T-shirt. I do, and I'm just glad that when I met my partner, first date. It was like a lightning strike. Like, we knew. You knew
it was like, light bulb. You went home that night, you felt differently. You're like, this is different. That's how I met Fatima. We met on Facebook, and we talked. I felt something different. It felt something different. It wasn't like talking anyone. I felt like this is.
And God gave you instructions on what to do for her.
Mm-hmm, yep.
And that's how you know. God gave me instructions, and that's how my grandmother told me. God has to be in it. If God ain't in it,
what's the point?
Listen, it's not gonna work.
It ain't gonna work.
It's like a shoe or a small shoe on a big foot. It's not gonna fit. It's not gonna fit.
You got that right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got that right. Yes,
God has to be in it.
It has to.
God gave me instructions on how to handle him. Cause back in my day, I didn't settle down. I wasn't thinking gonna settle down. I was all about myself doing me.
Yeah.
And so when you find someone that's good for you, it's no longer about you no more.
Right. So that's going to be adjusting that. I learned that because about me. I felt I ain't going to get married. I'm doing panic. I'm doing all this. And God shut me down during the pandemic to meet her. It shut it shut me down because I was up had the greatness. I was doing good. I was doing God. Then when God COVID hit, okay, you can't do this for a while. Yeah. You got to work from home. Yeah. You got something. Then God told me you work on yourself. Yeah. And then he took what I wrote down in my phone about having a woman to grow and have fun with. Yes. January 25th. Wow. Day before Kobe died. Yep. 2 months later, I met her. Yep. I'm like, this gotta be God. Like, yeah. And then God told you to do things differently. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna share something. I was in a very bad relationship when I was in Florida with someone, and it was not healthy. It was a toxic relationship. Okay. So when I broke up with that person, and I finally said no to that person, what helped me heal was I created a book. Like a scrapbook where I planned out my wedding, and I did a collage of characteristics of my husband, and that was the way for me to heal, because yes, I am going to get married. It may not have been that person, but I know I'm going to marry someone with every one of the qualities that I know that I need in order for me to be who God wants me to be.
Amen.
I cannot just marry anybody because that'll take away from my gift. I have to be with someone that enhances me in order for me to continue to do God's work. And so that's why I waited as long as I did. And I'm so glad that I did, because I've been blessed because of it.
Amen.
And I'm excited. Good news coming soon.
Yeah. Yes, I love the energy. I love it. Oh, you always had the energy. I love it, but now it's on a whole level.
It's another level, right?
Yeah, yes.
I'll be surprising myself sometimes.
Right.
God is good. It's not me. It's what it resides in me, and that's the spirit.
What resides in you? Yeah, I love it. It was
Facts.
Yeah, so
less of me, more of you. That's an affirmation that should be shared.
Less of me, more than you.
Yes, because when you operate outside itself, not the natural, but the supernatural, there's nothing you can't do.
Right.
Facts. I agree.
Yes. Yes, love it. I love it. So La Polite, thank you so much being a guest on my show, my number 100 guest. I appreciate the words, affirmation, the conversation. You know, we're going to do this again. We're going to have her again soon. We're going to let you know. So we're going to let you know when the launch of our program is going to be, how you get involved with that. Pat Grace is going to be involved with that personally. My team is going to be ready for that, because we're going to help our young people. We're going to help the young people reaffirm who they are. Because they're already great. We just got to reaffirm that to them. Let them know that you are.
Tell them I love them. Yeah. I love you. I love you.
Y'all tell them that you love them.
Normalize that again.
Yep. And I care for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want we got to join that. So for those, again, thank you for joining us. Enjoy West Shore Saturday. Be safe, and remember, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Check on your mental health, and if you need help, go get therapy. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So, and also Mother's Day next week. Honor your mother every single day by what you do for her. You know what I mean? By your work you do. Don't wait till that Sunday, but honor your mother. Honor her today by what you do. So, and even tell her that you love her. Yeah. So we thank you for joining us.
Love you, mommy.
Yes. Love you, mom. So we'll see you next Saturday. All right. Yes.
Blessings.
Yes.